Okay. The key to life is the key to life is happiness in your household.
Amen.
To the African Wise Food Podcast, guys. This is your boy D-War. I'm top 5.
I'm King D, the one and only.
I'm DK.
I don't think he was expecting you to say more.
I almost said I'm King D.
Maybe that'll be the second time.
I know. I'm DK. I'm the best among the rest, even when I'm at my worst.
Hey, man.
Oh, okay. I like that.
You keep on switching it up was the same thing.
He does. He switches it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good, man. A new day, new you kind of mentality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fabulous. Hey, how are your weekends, man?
Whose baby's crying in the background?
That's my little man.
Congratulations.
Good job, man.
Good job.
You've been putting in work.
I got two, bro. One is in Alexandria, one is right here.
That's what I'm talking about.
Who's the mom?
It's called investments. What do you say?
Who's the mom?
Who's the mom? Who cares who the mom is? All I know is I got two little ones, man.
Awesome. Proud of you.
Thank you very much. I try.
I aspire to get to that level.
What do you say?
I aspire to get to that level.
You should, bro. It's sweet, man. You know, like you don't sleep. You know, you miss out on a lot of social.
Get out of here, man. Yeah.
You get to spend a lot of time with your little man. You know what I'm saying? Little blessing. Little piece of it, man.
I'm supporting you.
The topic of today, yeah.
Yeah, this is about relationships.
Alright, man, let's get into it. No transition or nothing, man.
Let's get into
Let's get into it.
We're talking about relationships.
Yeah.
5.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. For starters, I want to know, man, what do y'all think about relationship these days? In your opinion?
Personally, I think relationships these days have become very, very surface based. Like people just are not taking it as serious as they're supposed to take it. I feel like people just get into relationships just to have a companion, just have someone to talk to. Or like I know we're in cuffing season, right? People get into relationships just because they need someone to cuddle with, they need someone to talk to.
Cuddle season.
You know, it's getting cold. You know, it's getting cold outside, so
The heater works. The heater works. I don't get it.
I mean, the heater works, but it feels better when
That's funny.
there's human warmth next to you.
That's
you
true.
know, that's better than heater.
Yeah, it sounds like you have experience.
I was going in there. I didn't want to say that. I was like,
My boy is learning.
He was going in, man. I was like, okay, hey.
I'm not experienced.
Boy, yo, boy.
But I mean, it's just, I feel like it's just general knowledge there.
I didn't know what you're saying with this. I didn't even know existed. But
You didn't know cuffing season existed?
I thought it was cuddling season, not cuffing season. I didn't.
What's
know
the
that.
difference?
Cuffing season is like the season of where like people try to get into a relationship. So they're like, it's time to get in a relationship. It's actually a real thing that is between September to February.
See how he knows?
Yeah.
I mean, he knows.
No. I know. Very experienced with it, man. Go ahead.
I'm not So it's like the season where people try to get into a relationship.
And what's cuddling season?
I'm saying that like cuffing season comes with the idea that you can cuddle
cuddling.
because
Okay.
it's getting cold.
I see.
Yeah. So I feel like people get into relationships based on that mentality that they just need someone to talk to in that moment, or because they're like. Okay, so I was saying, people get into relationship during cuffing season or during this time because also, Valentine's is also coming. You know, some people don't want to be alone during that time. So
Damn, man, that's
like an investment for
a short-term release of that's messed up if you are the person on the other end of that nonsense.
Exactly.
Damn.
Let me tell you, actually, some people want to be on that end of that.
No, but like, I mean, no, like
if maybe you're looking for something long term and maybe that person was looking for.
Damn, do people
short-term lease?
Do people like come out and say, yo, man, this was just like a short-term thing, man. I want you to go home.
I feel like some people can come to the understanding before that. Okay, like this is not gonna be long term. You're just doing this for fun.
Okay, so people present that kind.
Some people can do that. But some people also don't do that
because they know that if they say it, then this person will not go along with their idea, their fantasy.
Or some people may also think that actually this may work. So they're also gonna.
Yeah, they think that it's gonna prolong beyond that season. And then they realize that the cold was the reason for the season.
Yeah.
And so you get dumped after the season. That's off season.
Okay.
And now their life becomes seasoned.
With unnecessary season.
You should stop what you had. Right?
Yeah, so that's what I think about relationships these days, right? They are not. They're
not
based on.
They're not seasoned.
They're not seasoned enough.
They're not seasoned enough.
Yeah.
So need to come on and season their season
a little bit salty.
Exactly.
That's
what
how about you?
Honestly, man. Why are you laughing?
Because you started laughing. Okay.
I can't laugh. It's a free nation, man. I didn't really give much thought to it. I'm not gonna cap. I mean, I thought it's a relationship. No, I didn't know it was like that. Before you said that, I already had an answer. But when you said that,
Still answer. Like, what did you have? What do you think relationship is these days?
These days. Okay.
Time.
Well, in the past, I thought it was more of like I don't want to endure the hardships of life alone, so I need a companion to come help me out. But now it seems as though, like our brother said, it's more so of a short-term release of whatever fantasies they have. I think these Cinderella's stories have kind of faded away and come into a really weird thing these days. Like everyone's looking for their Prince Charming kind of thing.
But they don't wear shoes.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's looking for that Prince Charming, but they don't want to wear the shoe for it, you know what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know, man. I don't want to go down depressive notes, but I hope for younger generations coming up that you all have some common sense.
I feel like, honestly, I don't think it's depressive. They're just saying like what.
Yeah, say what it is. I don't think it's depressive, yeah.
Someone may have even an optimistic point of view, like, I think relationships these days are better because people are kind of able to stay in contact with each other no matter where they are. Unlike in the past where if this person went somewhere else, like long-term relationships could not really survive without the technology that we have these days.
Okay, but the thing is, like, you're looking at it from a perspective where it's like, okay, are you going to a relationship to find a life partner, or are you going to a relationship just to find a companion for now? Like, do you know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel like right now our mindset is like we're trying to find someone to talk to because we feel lonely. Because you don't have anyone to talk to at night, or like everybody's.
It's a sad thing that
everyone's working.
Everyone's working. I hope that people learn how to actually be alone without feeling lonely.
Exactly.
It's a very good mindset to have where you're able to enjoy things alone without feeling lonely. Like going to the movies alone, going to a restaurant alone, and it's not like you feel sad or anything. Like you're enjoying your own time.
I don't know about that.
I do enjoy those kinds of things.
I feel like you can go to the movie or restaurant with some friends. Like
you don't have to.
Like going alone is a little.
Really? I lived alone in Texas, and I love my alone time, man.
Alone time is good.
No cap. I traveled a lot alone. I did a lot of solo, and I didn't even post pictures like that. I was doing a lot of traveling, a lot of solo. Like I would dress. I dressed up so many times and went to the dinners by myself.
I think the perception of that is from the outside. Like people thinking, damn man, like these dates do them up, and some people don't like having people have so they're like.
I heard this story once. This girl told me that she was supposed to go on a date with someone, and the person didn't show up. So she got there. She went to get the table to sit down and everything ready for the person. She ordered like wine and dessert, like appetizer or something. So she was eating while waiting for the person. 30 minutes later, the person didn't show up. The waiter came, you want to order? Is the person still coming? She was like, yeah. She ordered, the person said the person's on their way. The person never showed up. So she ended up sitting there by herself, eating the food.
That is messed up.
That was messed up. Yeah.
So they ended up giving her the food for free.
Oh, you serious?
Nah, right out of you now. That's you take pity on me. I don't like when people take pity on me, man.
But what's wrong with that? I'm right there. I might pull up the same. I was like,
I'm gonna do that again next time, bro.
On my second date.
I don't know if you know that if you watch Friends, that happened to Ross, and then he went back to that restaurant to do the same thing because they gave him a lot of food for free.
It didn't happen, right?
Nah, they happen. When they were
That's
joking,
funny.
so they said
That's
no.
funny.
But okay, what about you, bro?
I think that perspectives and priorities have changed these days because I mean I don't really know what it used to be, but from what I've seen, I guess not what I've experienced, but from what I've seen at first versus now, I feel like people are more so now. A lot of people are more self-centered.
Right.
Like a lot of people's relationships are all like I'm looking for my me, and nobody is really looking outside beyond that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is a big deal, and another thing is it has become a recreational activity. So
Oh yeah.
like it's just for recreation. These days you hear a lot of things like yesterday I found out that apparently I don't know if this is I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I feel sad kind of saying this. But I found out that even people have what apparently they call it. I think it's casual sex.
Friends with benefits?
No, not friends with benefits. People they just want to just have sex and stuff like that. There's nothing attached. No.
Oh,
Yeah.
I never knew that's a thing. I thought
That's existed for what?
bro,
Like, why you say like, oh, you know, I like.
Nah, I'm not gonna cap. I never knew that. Like, I never knew that. This is a
Please don't listen to him.
I'm trying to push it away, right? But I didn't know that these things were things like I thought that people would do it like friends with benefit like at least have some sort of
Friendship.
like friendship or something, but like to casually like hey we just move on. That's prostitution. Low key, a lot of relationships has turned into. Honestly, I feel like a lot of
that one is not
relationships
that one
has
is
turned
not a
into
relationship.
they've turned into like what's it prostitution with a label. They just like be with.
I don't know,
yeah.
buddy.
Nah,
prostitution is if you pay for it. I mean, this one you don't pay.
People are looking like these days. A lot of guys are with girls because of what they give to them, and then the girls too are like, "I'm giving you sex." Yeah, that's a lot of. It has become that. So though I feel like it's not clear like the same as I'm paying you money, but it's becoming, let me say, transactional. Like relationships are becoming so much transactional now. Like what you give me is what I give you. What?
Yeah, I didn't know that's what you kids are doing these days, man. Like I didn't know that was going on.
And I personally, for like growing up to now, I've always thought of relationship to be always with the intention of getting to marry.
Yeah.
Like never ever say to somebody like I want to be with you, and all those stuff like let's date or whatever, unless you have the intention of getting married. Now I know that somebody may say that, okay, what if I just say that and then move on? I feel like that's wrong, but like you have to truly mean it. I mean, things happen. Sometimes you even start to get to know each other and stuff, and you realize that a lot of things don't align. You guys are unequally yoked in a lot of things. So you just move on with it. You just move on with it. I feel like
that's why dating is a thing. That's why we need to go through a dating phase, right?
It's called interview.
Exactly. To figure out if you actually want to date this person, if you want to align stuff with this one. And like the talking stage too, right? Like you talk to people to find out like what they are about, and if you like what you see.
I think people should ask real questions on the talking stage.
Oh yeah, you need to ask questions.
Questions. Like how's your relationship with soap, man? And like what's going like what
you concerned about?
No, some people don't wash their ass, bro. Sorry, some people don't wash their butts, bro. Like some people don't wash. No, it's true. It's actually a real thing that they were asking. Some dudes were asking other dudes like, "Yo, you wash your butts?" And they were like, "I mean, it washes itself." They mean that you trickle that water down that they mean that we trickle that water.
So
we get
it.
Yeah. That was a good analogy from my side. I like it. Thank you. Moses part to eight. It's a good one. It's a good one. But yeah, that's what. So you need to ask your questions. Next question, man.
But still on the topic of relationship and like, don't you guys think that relationships these days, like because of what it has become, they ending too easily. And you so like, you guys, why? Are you still laughing about Moses? Yeah, still laughing about Moses.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So they ending too easily these days. Like relationships are ending too easily. Have you ever had a breakup? Let's be like, have you ever had a breakup?
Yeah, I have.
It's an understatement of the year. Have you ever had a breakup?
I'm glad I'm here because I'm a you have. So
yeah, that's
like,
true. That's true.
What do you mean, like? Well, don't say anybody's story. I'm gonna. I mean.
Actually, you have.
I have.
Yeah, you have.
I have. Have you?
Nah, brother.
Soft.
Yeah. I know that. God looked at this guy's mentality and said like,
no, that's the standard, though. That's the standard. I wanna be like.
I mean, actually, I don't want to say that's the standard. I feel like it's okay to break up.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be done right.
defend yourself, man.
I'm not defending myself. It's not like I'm defending myself. People have put such a negative stigma on breaking up.
Yeah.
To a point where like people end up staying.
I mean, the process is a negative response. I mean, I get what you're saying.
Detachment is not easy.
It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be painful.
So that's why they put a negative, they put a stigma on it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, sometimes you have to go through pain to
evolve into a better
and
person.
to be better. And also, like, it's part of the process of dating. Like, you're not gonna automatically marry everyone that you date.
That's
like,
true.
Really?
everyone.
I feel like if that's what it is, then I don't know. I don't know if I agree with what you're saying that you don't have to, because I feel like that just gives everybody gives us the mindset of like go and explore, like go and talk to all these people, or try to be something with all these people and see which one works out.
Sure.
I feel like that kind of makes it. That kind of you get what I mean? That's kind of like you're not gonna win some, like you're gonna lose some. It kind of gives you that mindset, like let me go through my options out there. But I feel like the intentionality in it is what makes things work.
Exactly.
Because like you can be with people who are even born in the same house, but I don't think they're all gonna be the same person as you get to know them.
I'm saying that I believe that for me, one thing I've personalized that I'm gonna add to my searching for my partner is that I'm trying to figure out, or I need to find a partner that supplements my purpose in life. Like I need to find someone that I know that if she's with me, I can do the things that.
You can help build some people up there, though. There are some people who want to build up. I want to build that.
What you said right there, right? That you can help build someone to get to that place to help you out. That's what brings a lot of breakups that we're talking about. Because you're gonna try to build someone up to get to that because you're like, okay, I see the potential in this person to do that. So what if that person ever?
I know that when some people really like you and stuff, they are willing to like change certain aspects that you don't like about them, and they see it as a form that they have to do better. Like I know for sure that like it's how some people know. So it works for some people. Some people can definitely bring an unbeliever to become a believer.
Missionary
dating.
Right, so like some people can also get some people too who are living a wayward life to start to live in a disciplined manner. I guess it depends on the individual that you weigh. Like that person
that depends on so much, right? It depends. That's not factual.
That's not factual, you're right.
Like, that's what I'm saying, that you have to see that, okay, this person can supplement me, this is the person that can support me,
that's true.
Especially as a man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're doing in your life, you know what your life is about, you know the purpose for your life, and you know what you're heading towards. You want to find a partner or someone that can support you, right? Someone that can help you, someone that you know you can count on.
That's what
I feel like in the dating process, I feel like you need to be looking out for people like that can help you out based on where you are going in life, based on where you are heading in life.
Yeah.
So if you don't find someone like that,
don't
get into a relationship.
A lot of people say that, like, what do you mean where you're going in your life? Like, bro, do you know where you're going?
I have a mission. I mean, like, you can't also, okay, see, one thing that you also said is like, you can't have a solid plan. You also can't have a loose plan. You have to have a plan that's very fluid. You have to have a plan that's fluid. Like, no matter how bad things, you can still
I don't think that a lot of people, even at some age, know where they're going. When I
But
say
at least
know
they
where
have
they're
a
going,
plan.
like most people know, like, oh, maybe in 3 years' time, I want to be this kind of person with this kind of like resources. And
so then do they work towards that?
So like I'm saying that they're trying to get work towards it, right? But you know, in life, what I've seen is that a lot of hurdles come, and then like now you have to adjust. You have to, because personally, I feel like in your 20s is a time of discovery.
Right.
You know, like some people get are blessed. I mean, not like you that you don't find yours, you're not blessed. Like we all blessed, but some people find it quicker than other people. You know, it comes earlier, so they figure out, you know, other things for themselves, and it's like it's working. And even those people, they reach to a certain level, and they start to go deeper into like, oh no, this is not working, this is working. I feel like personally, I don't think relationships should be like I'm finding you and then we discovering that. It should be like we understand that we both on a journey, like we discovering ourselves. So whatever our path is, let us come together and then merge it with a mindset of understanding and love. Like
I
we're
feel
gonna
you.
come merge it, and that's tough because not everybody is gonna carry
not
their
everyone's
side
trying
of
to
the
do that
team.
then,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
That's what I'm saying. That like it's better for you to like I
Have
feel
already
like,
made.
not
it's not already made.
Because
Get out of
I feel like
here.
you guys are- like,
He's just trying to twist it.
No, I'm just explaining how
The
bad
thing
it
is,
is.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like you need to have an idea where you want your life to go or where your life is going. Like, you need to have an idea. Like, bro, not every woman can support your future plans.
That's true.
Like you know where you want to go in
That's
life,
true.
and not every woman can be in that position with you.
Facts.
Right?
Man.
So you have to figure out
That's
where you're going.
I
and
have
know
this
the
one
type of
fantasy,
woman
but
that
she
can
says
be
she can't let it happen.
So I feel like
Right.
it's important for a man to actually find himself and know that for himself before
That's
he
facts.
finds
That's
like a
facts.
partner or
That's
when he
facts.
goes looking for a partner.
That's true.
Because
You definitely have to know that thing and make sure that person said, okay, I'll do it. And not
It's
change
not
their mind.
even about I'm looking for
Yeah.
someone like, okay, I'm gonna do it. It's about knowing who you are, because if you know who you are as a man and what you want and where you're going,
Exactly.
you're able to find like Bible says the helper, right?
Exactly.
You're able to find a
Exactly.
suitable helper.
That's true.
But if that helper is coming and it's like,
I'm bringing
I don't
my
know what
own-
I'm coming to help and all this stuff.
I'm
Like
just here for chaos.
it's like wait, what am I here for? Like
Exactly.
because you yourself you don't. Then they feel like the man that is supposed to lead is failing me.
And so they
So
decide
so
to-
now like they either even starts to disrespect the head or like move on to something else.
I think that leads us to one of those questions.
Yeah, it leads us to our questions, which is kind of like, you know, roles in relationships, or is it, are they important in relationships? And I want to set this that
Yeah, go ahead.
personally, I feel like relationship is towards marriage.
What you saying, or after this
Uh,
podcast, I'm
listen, I don't care. I speak facts. I speak facts, and I'm not gonna say
Speaking facts, bro.
Hey, man.
relationship should lead to marriage, right?
Yeah.
If that relationship is not leading you to marriage, right, and it's not getting towards marriage, I don't see why you
Talking about
should.
the rules.
Yeah, I don't see why these roles matter, because it should be in marriage.
Right.
There shouldn't be any sort of anything, you know, like in
Wait,
relationship.
So should there be rules
What I
in
see-
the
Should there be
relationship?
rules? Yeah.
Yeah, my thing is
So
that,
you're saying the
my
roles
thing is
should
that
be marriage.
it should be something that we are getting. Roles should be in marriage, not in relationship. Relationship is to get us to the marriage.
Right.
No, okay, I see what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, because in marriage, the man is the head of the home, right? And so, you, the man, you need to, like, one, you need to love the wife, your family. You need to love them as Christ loved the church.
Facts.
And that's deep.
That's deep. man.
So you, man, you have that. You have the responsibility of the head. And Christ is a shepherd. A shepherd has a lot of, you're not just like,
Responsibilities.
the shepherd is actually the ones, serving the sheep. You have to go out of your way to do a lot of things. That's the shepherd. You have that. And the woman is a helper. So she has to also learn how to help the shepherd.
That's true.
Yeah, so in relationships, roles happen, and then we have all those things that culture has also added to us. That okay, the woman needs to be the woman, like whilst the man is being the shepherd and the head, providing for the family. Then you also supplementing that with like what's the name? Like supplementing that with like being in charge. I'll use the phrase being in charge of the kitchen. You know, of the management.
And it's not like it's a look down position. I mean, also
I think it's a look down position. I think that it's actually perfect. Like what I think.
You think it's a look down position?
No, I think it's perfect
because
like
I'm saying. I mean,
if you and me, it's like
that's a look down position.
Bro, if we have been given a group project, bro, the mindset is to get this done. Like whatever we can to get this done. And my thing is that our generation is mistaking kindness for responsibility.
Right.
Kindness, I know like a lot of people say, oh, the man can cook too and blah blah blah. Yeah, of course, that's good. I come from a home where the man cooks. And my pops cooks and everything. My mom does it. I do it. Like my brothers, we are all boys. We do it. My sister does it.
My mom went on strike for a week. She said she ain't gonna cook. So my father made this food called "Don't Mind Your Wife." No, that food had us on the can, man. Yo,
I was gonna get that structure. Let's come back.
Whatever you do, answer, we accept. Right.
No, but that's actually a big thing. Like we need to understand that okay, these things happen.
Yeah.
But that's kindness.
Right.
That's kindness.
Yeah.
That's not responsibility. And so the same way, we have to be kind to each other.
Right.
We have to be responsible too.
So you believe that roles should be in a relationship?
I feel like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there has to be certain things defined for things to work.
Yeah,
systems in place.
That's true.
So if these systems are in place and it's working, if your family feels like your husband loves to, like your husband cooks more, I mean, if it works for your family, fine.
Yeah.
But that's kindness.
That's
Don't
kindness.
mistake it for like responsibility. Like you know what I mean? Because the same way now these days that like girls are more about like, oh, the man needs to pay and all those stuff, like that's responsibility. So if the woman also takes care of those stuff, that's kindness. You know what I mean?
Like some more kindness.
Yeah, the man don't sit down and then be like, well, you are so responsible. You are responsible, but it's kindness. It's like, let us be kind to one another. Of course, that's love.
Right.
That's love. But then if somebody is being kind to you, don't mistake their kindness for responsibility.
Yeah.
And be like, just do it.
I mean, I think
that's my
some
side.
people think that you owe them something because they did you this. I mean, like I said, you don't owe nobody nothing, man. Like the only person who owes God.
So what would you say? What would you say is the role of a man and what's the role of a woman?
I mean, that's a question to yourself, man. Like you go.
Wait, why are you running over me?
I'm
Why
not
you
running
over
over.
me? Yeah, so
Okay. I wanted to hear your answer regarding that question you asked first.
I mean, we all agree that there's supposed to be roles. So I'm asking.
Okay, I thought you had a different take on that.
No,
Okay. Don't do this to me, man. Alright, so I feel as though that like I actually do see it in this way where we all lifting a couch, right? Like a man and a woman. Yeah. I feel like if you're lifting a couch, between me and my lady, let's be honest, like physically I'm stronger. So of course I'm gonna be picking up I'm gonna put all my strength in it, but it's gonna amount for like 60% of the entire load of the couch. She's gonna take care of the 40%. Now along the journey, I might get a little bit tired, so I might go down to 55, and she may have to keep on pushing it up to bring it up to 45. You get what I'm trying to say? So like definitely the roles are definitely important. It's gonna be a time where you're gonna be doing a little bit much more than the other person,
Right.
and that's
That's
okay
kindness.
because you both know the importance of that couch. You both know the importance of the marriage. So you have to be comfortable with the idea that there's gonna come a time where my team member. Right, I think people in relationship don't see themselves as teams. It's more of an individual way of thinking.
That's the mindset.
And that's the bad thing because like
Selfish ambition.
if that's what I say
Selfish
that,
love.
that's why I say that you have to see it as a business. If your business partner is doing something that's ruining the business, you can definitely reach
Kick them
areas
out.
where no, not kick them out.
Let's play.
If you see their potential, but you can definitely reach areas where you can help them grow. So like I say, if I'm carrying it and I'm really losing strength, she may have to do certain things to be able to keep making it sure that it still stays afloat, so we can be able to get to our destination. So that's how I feel about it.
But you didn't say what the roles of a man and a woman are.
Why are you doing this?
I mean, what do you think his son?
Like what's an example of?
I'll be honest. I don't want to even put his business up, but I know a certain family member who, like, the dad does all the cleaning, right? The mom takes care of the cooking, but the dad takes care of the house, not because he wants to, I mean, not because he has to, but because, like, he wants to, like, he knows that I can do it in a way that no one else can do. Yeah. So he does it in a perfection manner. And it's not like the wife is lazy. The wife does it, but she also knows that this is something that he enjoys doing, so I don't want to mess with it. And I can also say maybe he's doing it because he wants to show us what responsibility is, you know what I'm saying? So he does it in a way that we all admire and stuff. So cooking, cleaning, it's your house. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like, I'll be mad though. Like, if I were to go to work all day and I come back home and he didn't do nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Like, well, you home and you didn't do nothing.
You didn't you spend the whole day at the house and, like, nothing was done. I have every right to be mad at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, no food, the house is dirty. I mean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Take care of your house. If you can wash the dish, wash the dish. You know that I don't. I think when you start putting who has to do the dishes, who has to do this, then it becomes this weird thing of I do more than you. I feel like you're a team. Hold on to each other, help each other in areas that anybody's failing. You know, that's how I feel.
So what are the rules?
Yo,
that is smart, man. Come on, man. Answer that question.
I just did, though. I said,
you just said, people say you want to tell me, don't listen.
But your answer pretty much was saying that there are no rules. Pretty much what you said.
Yeah, you said
because
that.
You did not say that anyone can do
anything.
Well, in a way, I said there are no rules. No, I mean, I'm saying that everyone can do everything. You know? No, because like, no, wait. I mean, isn't it true? Because like single fathers, right, don't have to wait for everyone to come clean their house.
But we're talking about
I'm trying to put it like, if single fathers have shown that men can actually do cooking and cleaning and taking care of the house. Hear me out. I'm trying to say, because sometimes people make it seem as if men can't do those things. But I'm trying to say that some people who live alone with no woman have been able to do those things. So it's like you don't have an excuse as to why you cannot do those things.
Can I ask you a question?
Because you can do something doesn't mean that's your role.
Yeah, can I ask you?
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think a woman and man?
Wait, but you said you agree. So what is it? You still haven't said it.
You agree?
Bro, it's been 5 years. It's been 5 years. Bro, you still haven't said it.
You said that there's rules, right?
So yeah. So what is it? What are some?
Bro, I thought I said it though. I thought I answered the question.
Yeah, he's scared.
No, I really don't. I'm not scared. I thought I answered. Okay, I'll say it. I said, dude, you're supposed to make sure the house is good. Oh wait, are you asking me like, what is yours for? Like, you pay the bills or anything?
I don't know how you want to define it. If that's what you want to say.
If the house is in a position where the woman makes much more than the guy, right? The guy will have to stay in the house and take care of the kids. That's how I feel. If the woman is still, like going out there making the bread, she's the breadwinner. And that's you. You're in that position. There's no way of you feeling as if you're emasculated. No, you're not. You're doing your part. You're making sure the house is good.
You're
still the head of the house. Yeah.
Babe, this is the money.
You're like, yeah, man. Thank you very much.
This is the money for the month. How we going about it? It's gonna be like, okay.
We need money for it.
Is that what she's saying? I'm just asking, man. I'm not saying that's what I'm just asking.
That's how I don't know. Listen. No, listen. I think me personally, maybe my answer will probably not agree, but I think if you start putting yourself in a box, you end up suffocating yourself. I feel as though you take care of the areas that you can take care of. You see
bars.
I know. I do this.
Bars, bro. Bars.
So I'm saying, so like, if you see an area where you can fix, you fix. You don't wait for someone to come and tell you to fix it. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, for me, I feel like the role of the man is the head of the household, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you don't support in other areas.
Of course.
That doesn't mean when the house is dirty, you don't help clean.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that when your kid needs a diaper change, you don't change.
You don't do. Hey.
But
okay.
You do that, but primarily that's the woman's role. Like if you're being honest, primarily that's the woman's role. That doesn't mean like a man you don't help at all in that area.
Right.
Like you definitely support, even if you want your wife to be comfortable and be encouraged to do those things. Like it's gonna feel good for her to be like, oh, you just be like this day, like once a week, you be like, you rest today, I'm gonna take care of this stuff. Like, but that's the normal way for it to go.
Yeah.
Like the woman is supposed to be your help, right? So if you are the man and you're out there winning, being the breadwinner, right? The woman is supposed to be your help, and how is she helping you? She's helping you by taking care of the things that are back home, taking care of making sure there's food to eat, making sure there's this.
I guess it fits. Everyone's different.
Yeah, but then like, unfortunately, this time and age that we are in, the women are also going out to work.
Absolutely.
Right? So and you are also going out to work. So then it's unfortunate. It's fortunate at the same time, right?
Yeah.
So then now
you get to pay up the bills. That's fortunate.
Exactly. So then now, what happens is now the woman can help with the bills, and then you can also help with the house as well. So then now it's like it's a give and take.
It's a give and take. Yeah.
Right? Basically, you're both helping out.
You're both helping out.
We have to know that primarily the man is the head.
It's like primarily this is your
Yeah.
job.
What makes that thing worse is the fact that like people see their efforts as menial. You know, like they see their other people's efforts and like, oh, you're not doing anything. Because like for example, I've had a situation where somebody has told me like, oh, because you work this kind of job or like you work from home or you do this, like, oh, you don't do anything. And because the person that kind of like goes out there to, you know, it's the one that I'm doing this, because you just home. But like actually statistics shows that, let's say for example, this is just an example, the one that is actually doing a work from home, for instance, like
works harder,
actually works more than the one that goes out to work.
Nah, I get this one. You have to explain.
Is that actually true?
Yeah, it is. Like,
I don't want to see this.
I have worked
because I have work from home, bro. I'm gonna be lazy.
Bro, you see, that's what you think. Bro, that's what you think. But if you have a job, that they're tracking you and they not like tracking as in like
they're trained to see if you do your
job.
But
like they're gonna check your productivity, everything, and they match it and have matrix and those stuff. Like you have tasks to complete. When I started working from home, bro, I'm telling you, I always have something to do. When I used to go to work, like go out and go to office,
pause.
I had less work to do.
Also, like, then they has to compare how like you are at home with the same job and how you are at home, in the office with that very same job too. Because like because you're saying that other job that you're working outside of home is way different from the one you're doing at home. Yeah.
I mean, no, not quite.
I did the same. Like the one that you're doing in the office is the same as the one you're doing at home.
Same, yeah.
But I think you're doing more.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's actually fact.
If that's some jobs, man, because there's some people
that's fact.
Like they're living a life.
Because you see, that's the thing. It looks. That's the point I wanted you to say that. It looks like they are.
You see,
that's the thing. So that's why for me, that's why a lot of people now think like, okay, this is that because the person staying at home taking care of the kids, things like, oh, this is nothing. You the one that goes there, goes make the money. You are the one doing something big. But we all know that if you can be told to, stay home and then be free and then you gonna take it. It's just that like because and the other people want to bro,
my dance.
My thing is that you can stay home and still find a way to be productive. Right. So no matter which side or let me say which thing you're doing, I feel like you should always see it as an effort together, not an effort separate. Because, for example, there's an African proverb that says that no matter how strong the body is, if the hands decides not to pick the food up into the mouth, the body can't do much.
That's what I was telling you. I remember, I said before, like the butt is just as important as the brain. You remember that analogy that I made that one time? No, let me explain. I was saying that like if the butt decides to shut down and not really do its job, your whole system is F because now you have no excretory system.
Yeah, that's how important it is. So even if you think that like you said in the butt, if you think that you are just taking care of the SS,
you're doing your role.
Like the feeling, you're still doing something.
It's
still important. Like the thing is that my point is that the person that you think you bring money, don't look at the person that you think does not bring money. Don't look down on the person.
Don't look down.
And then that's the thing. Don't look down on each other. It's all an effort of love.
That's the whole thing.
So you the one that goes out there, don't look like if you the woman going out, don't come home and thinking that your man is useless. And then you the one too that the man that goes out, don't come back and be like, you don't do anything. I go and work hard and you just stay at home. No, because staying at home is tough. Going to work is tough. Let's all embrace every effort.
Home, I'm just saying.
Hey, let's all embrace each other's efforts and then
stay at home or go to office.
Yeah, what about you? Stay at home with the kids or go to work.
Wait, with the kids?
Yeah, what are you staying at home for? You're staying at home taking care of the kids and everything.
Am I making money?
Well,
home,
If I'm home?
I mean, if you want to figure out a way to make money from
Oh,
home, that's fine.
wait, like,
Which I
no,
don't have a
you
job.
don't have a job, but just staying at home with the
But
kids.
Yeah, like
I will stay at home
the
with the
needs of
kids,
the
though.
family, right?
Yeah.
It's now like we have kids. We have kids. We need to make money.
Whoever makes much more money goes out to work, and whoever doesn't.
It doesn't matter. Let's say
You're gonna make
you
the
guys.
same
Let's say
amount
you
of
guys
money.
make about the same amount of money. One person needs to go home, and the wife is like, "Oh, honey, you choose. Are you gonna go?
I'll go back to. I'll go back to it because the Bible said.
That's what I'm doing.
So you're gonna go to work. I actually will stay home.
Oh boy!
I actually will stay home.
I will go to work.
I actually will stay home because
go to work.
I don't know. Personally, I feel like
handling kids is much more.
not just handling kids. Personally, I feel like if you are home, there are so many things you can add to the plate to kind of make like these days you don't have to stay at home and not make money. Like you can stay at home and make money.
No, this one you're not making money. Like
I mean, if I'm not making money at all,
Yeah.
I'm still staying home. I want to stay home with the kids. Yeah,
I can respect that.
I love that. I think one girl told me, I told one girl this, and she told me like, yeah, you're a lazy man. Yeah, that's what the girl told me. It's like she thinks I'm a lazy guy.
I know a buddy of mine whose wife makes much more, and so he's staying with the kid, but he also works part time, and like he looks like he's living a life. I mean, like at the same time, you can tell that he's also doing his part in making sure the house is clean. Like I thought he was sick. I didn't even know how clean he was until I got to his house. Like, hey, get me that Lysol. I was like, what do you even buy Lysol?
Well, I like to be clean. Like I didn't think I was clean until I lived by myself,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
Like I would always come back home and clean the house before I sleep.
Oh snap!
Yeah, every day.
Very dedicated.
Every day.
Your wife's gonna be real.
I
happy.
wake up from the bed and then I'm like, let me lay my bed, kind of like that type.
How to get into
So
that.
And then I was getting to it for 3 days and then.
I don't know. I think
it's like,
so to the point where like now every time I
stop
go,
banging on the two girls.
every time I go see yeah. I would basically go to the kitchen and I'm like when I see bowls in the kitchen and stuff,
You wash.
I start to wash them and like it's lately that when I'm home I'm like nah.
Washing
man,
this is kind of therapeutic. A bit.
Bro,
I'm like, yo, you can
not washing this.
if I'm doing that and then like my TV or like something is on and then like bro, I'm like
And actually, you don't even like put on a because I'm not like
Sometimes
your mind is on
sometimes
something.
like your mind
mind
just goes
is-
to this,
yeah.
and it's just everything just lays out flat for you.
except she walks in again, it's like, babe,
I love it. Like especially when you're done and like everything is clean and
that setting and everything,
Yeah.
like man.
You ever do that thing and then you see a sibling holding one like this and then they come in and you just want to alright bro, move on man.
Nah,
My siblings, I love y'all.
nah, man. He just said he doesn't. But
I didn't say that. I said
But yeah, another big issue that I think relationships or let me say marriages and stuff are facing is cheating. Cheating.
one thing that I want to ask, like, what do you think makes people, men, or actually, you say men, because men and women cheat, but what do you think makes people cheat?
Lack of self-control, bro.
yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's the only thing. That's the only thing.
Honestly,
I feel like there's a lot of things, man.
like what? What else? Everything comes goes back to self-control.
definitely last. Okay, good, true, but like it could also be no emotional connection anymore. Like
Yeah, that's
Some-
lack of
some people-
self-control.
no, like but with your
So the
partner
partner is
withdrawn
withdrawing from
away from you emotionally. Like some people,
Oh,
you know,
you're drawn away from you emotionally, and so you go cheat.
you know, like
So you go get your emotional
No.
support from someone else.
like Pam and Jim, right? Pam and Jim, one was is the show called The Office, right? Like this secretary fell in love with one of her co-worker, and she already had a husband or a fiance,
Fiancé.
but the fiance was you could tell that she was emotionally detached from him because like the guy was not really doing certain things that
That was not serious.
the guy was not serious with it. So, but then she found a comfort in her co-worker who was sort of doing all the things that she wanted in a guy. And
Let me just say this example of some of the, one of the things that God did, right? They were playing an office game and they asked who would you smash in the office? And his fiancée was standing right there. And then he mentioned another girl's name that was in the office.
Yeah.
Oh, the fiancé mentioned
another girl's name
That's deep.
that was in the office. So like in that instance, like it's just like wow, like no one is even gonna respect you, the girl, as
And a whole bunch, and then also one thing that you said, like for Valentine's Day, he said no, they were just gonna smash. Instead of do something more cute, like she was thinking that they would do something romantic after me. So it's like some people do lack of self-control is definitely the end result of it, where they just don't have any control. But like it is also emotional detachment. There's a bunch of things that lead up.
In that situation, you don't go cheat, though. You can get out of the relationship.
Yeah, you see, I think that's why I'm saying that lack of self-control is that because like for me. I see relationship as this, like two people sit in a car and they say they're driving to a destination. And the destination is unknown, so the drive is going to be a long drive.
Right.
You know, you ever go join the car with somebody and they stop, and then like after an hour or two, it's like the conversation is now, it's like, it's all gone. It gets to a point, that's how it's going to be. And then, you know, we spice it up as we're going. Because we have to all be intentional. So if one person and then you think that okay, because they know that I'm just gonna jump out of the car and then go look in some other car and then you know enjoy that car and then come back again, enjoy the car because the other person in here is not making it work. I feel like that's wrong. That's what I'm saying. That it's lack of self-control because like that thing is bound to happen. Like, can two people say they're working together and then like, we're gonna talk the whole time? Like,
you know, you said something about like how you have to love your woman, like how Christ loved the church. So what would you do if your woman cheated on you?
I'm personally,
God forbid.
I'm gonna be truthful.
Yeah.
If it's before marriage,
it's after marriage, bro.
Yeah, you're not getting it. Like that's a goodbye.
No, after marriage.
I'm coming. I'm gonna answer. I don't think no human being should ever entertain anybody that cheats before marriage. Don't do that. It's not right. Right? You're not even committed to me and you're already cheating. Nah, like don't. That's a big no. Like if you're married, the choice is now between you and the woman. Like biblically, Bible says, you know, they've entered. I mean, if cheating is they go have sex with another person. Yeah, biblically it's like you have a choice to leave or you can choose to be with the person. Personally, I can't say I would leave or like be with the person ever. God forbid. But I think this is something that no, this is something that you have to this is something that you have to be like. I feel like you be in and then you realize that it just goes more than just me and her saying heck no, we done.
Boy,
let's like I'm coming. Kids are involved. Like a whole lot of things.
Now you have things to say no, you and her, just you and her, no kids. No kids, find out, nothing. You not even find out, like you enter in the house. Oh, bro, she give you that vacuum though.
No, my thing is that because
she give you that vacuum. You know what I'm saying?
You guys, you know how much I talk about love. Yeah, and then love goes beyond what's like the best days. And in the worst days,
the worst days is the vacuum.
Like, yeah, I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. I'm not saying I'm gonna do it. I said that in the worst days, I'm always like thinking about deeper than just that incident. Like what led to this? What all this stuff. Like personally, that's how I think. Normally, when you situation, I'm thinking about like everything. You know, and then considering what options what could you have done? What could we have done? I'm coming. Okay. I'm trying to get there. Right. With all these things involved, I will make a decision based on these results that I've gotten. I can't honestly tell you right now that I'm going to stay or leave.
That's true.
Because I don't know if I'm going to stay or leave. But I'm saying that what I think about is I'm going to gather my information.
You talk like a politician, man. You go around the bush, and I was like, I know what? Hey, man. I don't know, man.
That's true. I've said my truth. I don't think I'm going to because as somebody that I love, I'm not going to just like.
Honestly, the answers that we give today are definitely not, God forbid.
Never.
But it's not going to be what we will even be able to be doing. Because like we need that moment, and I'm
That's tough.
No. What do you?
Bro, I feel like that's one of the hardest things to deal with because you walk into the woman that you love,
Give me the vacuum.
making Lord.
Give me the vacuum, man. Don't forget, give me the vacuum.
I'm just like at that point, I don't know. Like I'm definitely gonna need some time. Man. I'm gonna need some time.
You're gonna need some time.
Bro, you need some space, bro. A hotel. Were you leaving?
Oh yeah, I'm not staying in that.
No, you have to leave, bro. That's your house.
Like I can't stand. Like one of us needs to go. Like
They're leaving.
one of us, like I can't.
Wait, you telling me I'm about to spend money somewhere else?
Like and like you said, like we're gonna talk about it to see like why that.
I feel like
if someone cheats, like the husband could have played a role in that.
Funny.
I'm not saying that it's
sorry,
an
go ahead.
excuse for you to go do that.
Yeah.
No matter what he does,
Yeah.
it's not an excuse for you to go cheat. Even as a woman too, as a man too, no matter what she does, it's not an excuse for you to go cheat.
Absolutely
but then,
not.
it could be that maybe I did something that caused her to go cheat.
There was
right?
a man who found out that his woman was cheating, and like he did what y'all said, like hey, find out exactly what he did wrong and stuff. So they talked about it, and he realized that I could work in these areas, and so he put in the work. He was working. He was doing all these other things. No, like let me now. Like so like he comes like, hey, honey, like I found this couple trip in this area right here. We should go, right? And now she's worried.
What's she worried about?
Because the trip is in that area where it's sort of like some of those developing nations that, but they have good results in those areas, but like sort of like one of those areas where like something happens to you, you know.
So you think you can take her there?
So now she's asking her Facebook friends like, should she go on this trip? Like instead of the husband.
I mean, my thing is that these things that I don't get why people will go have issues like this and then come on like Facebook and be like, oh, what should I do? Because like personally, I feel like if you're seeking professional help, seek professional help. I'm responding like the general opinion of people, and like it's so easy for you to sit here and then be like, oh, leave, get your kid and leave, like blah blah blah. But when it happens to you or your sister, you definitely gonna stay. Yeah. You know, people are always gonna give the one that sounds good to hear, but it's not practical. They don't know your situation. They don't know your situation. I'm not saying entertain it or whatever. I feel like these things needs to be dealt seriously.
Absolutely.
One of the things that I hate these days is the fact that it's been normalized that cheating is like, it's kind of like, it happens. It's like it's been normalized, and I don't hear a lot of people speak on. Let me say, and you don't hear a lot of people speak on like purity and holiness in marriage. It's beautiful to be holy. It's beautiful. It's achievable. It's possible. Like self-control, these things. Not everybody that you see that you think you like and all those stuff. Do you have to be physical with them?
That's
you have
true.
to emotionally connect with them.
And I feel like part of the reason why cheating has also become so common is that like people are not prepared to get into long-term relationships.
Oh no,
long-term commitments.
Yeah, commitments. Like they're so used to like having multiple partners and so used to getting in and out of relationships.
Yeah.
So
that's a dating thing, man.
Exactly.
That dating mindset.
So then
go and try some.
When you get into a marriage and this is one person, you get bored.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
I'm back. Let me go find happiness.
Someone was telling me, I was listening to this guy on the podcast, and he was saying that like nowadays it's tough because especially like women having all this like vibrators and stuff like that.
You competing?
You competing with that? Men have to compete with that, and it's like this vibrators can make can satisfy a woman.
No, I think it could be able to help men instead. Like if that part of the last side is satisfied, then if she's coming to you, then she's only looking for a long-term situation kind of thing with a guy. Because that side of her for sex and all those things has already been satisfied. So why else am I with you? I'm with you because I want to build a bond and
or she just doesn't want to. She doesn't see the.
No.
I
get what you mean.
Yeah, but she can also, like you were saying, like she can also just not see the point of having you.
Because they make their own money. I make my own money. I do my own stuff. So what's the point of it?
Look, let's be real here. Right? The sex part was part of the relationship, part of the marriage thing, right? Yeah. The enjoyment of sex.
I like how you put the marriage in part.
Of course, because the only people that have sex.
Right.
So the sex part is part of the marriage thing. You're supposed to enjoy it during sex. So like, I feel like those things kind of take the enjoyment out of sex because now you're being satisfied by something else.
She's
a man
gonna
cannot
come back and find all those things on fire, man.
So like we were saying, like, they always feel like there's something better, something that can satisfy them.
Let's see you put it back on, man. Yeah.
So those also affect relationships.
Yeah, man.
Like, do you think that also people are cashing in on married like on married people?
What does that one mean? What does that mean?
What do you mean? What do you think?
I don't know.
What about you? What
I
do
mean,
you?
I feel like
No, what's the meaning of that question? What does that mean?
To me, what I think it means is that like maybe married people, you know how like nowadays there's more women than men. Right?
Sure.
And there's also like
I know a solution, but unfortunately, it's been rejected.
yeah, I know what you do.
We know you're polygamous.
I'm sorry.
So
it's the way. It's the the one and only way.
But
It works.
I'm thinking that like what that question is
Just
meaning is that
works.
because there's so many women that are going to be unmarried or women that are not going to have partners, men are taking advantage of that to be like to act anyhow and then like eventually find a husband. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
After they're willing to go mess with like let me mess with 5 and then marry 1.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like,
That's
man,
wicked.
whatever I do, I'm still gonna get one.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
2 years later, they're like, oh yeah,
Peace out.
I'm done working.
You know what would be like one tip I'll give to do too, like a good way to be like a great boyfriend or a great husband is like working in a retail store, man. Here's what I'm saying, like if you have good customer service, you'll be a great boyfriend or husband. It's true. No, it's true. So I'll elaborate on this. Like if you have great customer service skills, there are a lot of things that you can definitely work through in a marriage or in a relationship. I think about it. As a cashier, how many times has someone who you don't really care about come to tell you some business that you don't even care about, but then you give the impression that you care and it makes them feel good and they walk away. That's what you do. That's exactly what you do.
I feel like that one is easy though because the person walks away.
Oh no, I mean,
They don't walk away, they see your house. That cat is in my house. Somebody's in my house.
So this time,
the customer tells around and sleeps on my bed.
you have long experiences with all sorts of characters that come up, and all that experiences are all formed into the person that you're with. All right. So now,
That's a melting pot.
So now, like obviously, look, honestly, let's be real. Like, there's obviously gonna be some things that you don't care about.
I mean, I definitely see your point because I work as a cashier. So
Exactly.
That definitely trained me to listen.
To listen. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes you're not in the mood.
No,
to
you're not.
Listen,
You're
or
not.
You're tired, checking the clock,
Bro.
this man can't stand there.
Talking about when you start counting your money like 3 quarters, 5 cents, and then excuse me.
Like what you think? What's gonna be? It's like, sir. No, there are some things like honestly. So you find like there's a trick to you. Like as they talk, there's this weird sound that you can hear that means that there's a question being posed and you're ready for that. You know what I mean? Like you give that good question like that. It's always a good response. Like you gotta do what you gotta do, man. So you can say it's a good response.
Yeah.
But I don't do that.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
You cannot be revealing all the secrets.
I'm giving
They're gonna be looking at me right now. Like,
what did I say?
have you ever watched a World Cup where a soccer game or sport game with somebody and then now they start to ask you questions that you like your team is losing.
That's the worst.
And then they start to ask you questions that you know, like, bro, I be like, I'll be like, yo, can you just shut up?
Basically, I'm telling you, if you want to be a great husband, a great boyfriend, work in a retail store. It builds character. It builds patience. It builds character. Bro, like, you're going to be fine.
You have every resources there. Like.
I've done that, though. Like, it works, man. And it
That's
knows.
funny.
You understand, right? Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
It works.
It does.
We're going to have a very long conversation.
But still kind of around the subject of like cheating and stuff like that. Do you think, for example, there is a difference between I'm so sorry, I have a woman, and no, I have a woman. Does it make sense?
Oh, I know what you mean.
Like let's say, a woman approaches you like, "Hi Daniel, you look handsome. Can I get it?" And then you go, "Oh, sorry, I have a woman." Versus, "No,
I used to.
I have a woman."
I thought one was polite and the other one was just an affirmative, like get away from me kind of thing. I thought one was like, hey, politely step away, and the other one was like, nope, get out.
Yeah.
That's what
for me. I don't think
You don't think there's a difference?
I didn't even know there was a difference until I
difference.
really was a difference.
Yeah, because I feel like, sorry, I have a woman is kind of saying like, I mean, if I didn't have a woman, I would go for you.
What the hell do you mean?
What's wrong with that?
My boy! This is why. My boy! I don't see the point. No, there's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of like,
I have a woman, so I can't be with you.
like you know right now, your woman's because the reason why you love the right
Because I love somebody else, I can't do it.
Yeah, but it's kind of saying like, also what's the difference between saying that, oh, I have somebody so I can't be with you. But I mean, I like you. You look good and everything. I would have been with you, but I have somebody. That's what I think it means. That's what I'm saying. That I feel like one of you. Sorry, I have somebody is like saying, oh yeah, you great, but it's kind of like no. It's like parking space. Think of it like this way. It's like parking space.
If that person
you're saying that
because
there's a car park there, you can park there, right? And then there's no car. You're like, oh yeah, you can park here. However, if there is a space or there is no space, you're like, no. This like you can't park here.
Sort of like this place is not for parking.
Yeah, it's like no, this place is not for parking because it's reserved for whoever I think. That's different. That makes sense.
So if the place is reserved and I come and I tell you sorry, the place is reserved. Versus
No, exactly.
It's the same thing.
Exactly.
I still get the same.
No. I feel like there's a difference because one is kind of entertaining the fact that
I feel like
you
it's
could have
entertaining. I feel like it's entertaining once you open your mouth to be like, man, you're fine, man. Like,
I mean, facts. That's facts.
Like once I open my mouth to say
Go
those
out to
things,
say more, yeah.
Or think it. I need to pray for you guys.
I'm just saying, because you think it doesn't mean you have done it.
No, Bible also says that if you think it, then you've already committed it.
Wait, what are you thinking though? Are you thinking that I'm going to do it, or are you thinking that should I do it?
No, you're thinking.
See, like,
no. So what are you talking about? You just said that you're thinking like instead of saying if you say that, you're very
So
beautiful.
I'm saying that if you think that,
So man think it, so he is.
As a man think so easy.
You're thinking that in your head. You're thinking that, oh man, if I wasn't dating someone,
that means you've already committed the act. That's what Jesus is saying.
So if I'm thinking that if I wasn't dating someone, I would have been with you.
Then you've committed the act.
I would have probably entertained the idea of being with you.
Then you've committed the act.
Nah, I don't agree with that one.
Sorry. What sorry?
Go fight your Bible. Go fight God.
So man think it, so he is. I mean, no. I think where he's coming from is that
You just said it says in the Bible.
No, wait, but if I think that, okay, like I'm going to do it, right? That's when I've sinned, right? If I think
That's
that
not
I'm
even
going
about
to do it,
like.
but
I know it's about sin, but like we talking about is it right or
but that's
like,
when I think it's wrong. Like, what if I think that I'm actually going to do it?
so you're like,
but if you're being realistic,
like, you fine,
if you're being
everything,
realistic,
but I'm not gonna touch you, so because I'm married.
I'm just being realistic. If you see a beautiful woman that you're attracted to, like you have that self-control and self-discipline.
It
doesn't mean you're not gonna think it.
And it's also to say no in your head. That's what I'm saying.
Of course, you
It's
say
to
no
in your head.
That doesn't mean the thought's not
My
going to
point
cross
is-
your mind. I'm
my
just
point
saying
is
that.
Absolutely.
My point is
Listen.
my point is that you can get to a point of not even having to think as such.
I mean, that's what the difference.
That's possible.
That's possible.
That's what I'm saying. that's possible. That's all I wanted to say.
Everyone is
that's
different, but like,
achievable.
listen,
That's achievable.
If you ice things that if you can go from like where you're thinking that you're doing it, but you thinking that you say no, this thought's not gonna cross this barrier. I think that's a good improvement.
Yeah.
You know what? And the more you,
The Bible also says
the more-
temptation is not sin.
but I'm coming.
Hey, quote.
The more you say no, like that in your head, it gets to a point where, like, you see a person and it's like it doesn't even get you to that point.
Exactly.
That's it. Because I believe that, like, the power to have that is possible. It's given to us. We have the power and authority. And then like you said, like in the Bible it says that thy word have I hidden in my heart that I may not sin against thee. It's
Quote
like,
your Bible.
if I have we're trying to be serious. If you have these words of God in your heart that okay, Bible says that if I think of it, I've already committed an act.
Yeah.
I feel like that even stops you from entertaining the fact, like
You're a rebuttal.
No, sorry.
I'm not saying I'm thinking I'm gonna do it. That's what
I understand.
For Bible count.
Because it's like this. For me, even the thoughts that you think that, I'm not saying you think you're gonna do it. Maybe we could have been a thing if it wasn't, because she's really pretty. Like, yeah, but I feel like you can also acknowledge, oh, you're pretty, without having thought of like, all these other things. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
But the question you asked, the girl approached you.
The guy approached
The
you.
girl approached you to talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like you were sitting and you're somewhere, this girl's walking by and you're just
And they're thinking about
but
it.
you're saying the girl approached you, and she
No.
brought that thought to you. So if she comes to talk to you about that thought is already going to come into your mind. You can't be like, even if she talks to you, it doesn't cross your mind that you ask yourself.
fact.
Why? You've done that before. Nobody's going higher.
No, the way you laughing, that's your escape. Because last time when we played the game, you ran away from that question.
That's funny. Nah, see now. I had thought of it, but then I stopped.
And I respect that.
That's actually good.
realistic.
Yeah.
That's realistic.
And a lot of men need to build that character of no, like
Exactly.
the furthest I can ever go.
I mean,
is
no,
like-
like being faithful.
And let's not put it on the men, the women too.
The woman too. I mean, the woman too.
Being faithful is not easy. I mean, like, especially when you're a young man coming up, like you
vicious.
Exactly, you know, and then
Never met.
like I remember I said it on this podcast before, like that mentality of like one is closer to none, it definitely plays in a lot of young individuals' heads, you know. So it's not that easy. So I'm not saying that like faithful men should get their accolades and they should be applauded every day, but like you should definitely acknowledge the fact that, you know, like this dude is trying hard in certain areas, and so, you know, like if you could cut him some slack and give him some hard time, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't understand that this thing is hard. Like you are literally, you're not even married yet. But you have the intention that you want to build this person for a long period of time, but you know you have to go through a lot of barriers and things before you can get to a position where you can marry this person. So yeah, it's a lot of people gonna come around you, a lot of mates you're gonna meet, a lot of people, and then all these people know you are saying all no to them because you want to stay to your fiancé. So I'm saying that like being faithful is hard. So those thoughts, I'm not trying to say that you should applaud the fact that those thoughts come and you say no, you're not crossing this barrier. I'm not gonna act upon it. I do see why you're going, but like now, go back. This is not where you want to be.
But to add to that,
But we're human. Those things are
that,
gonna come. Yeah.
you know that when you get married, it gets worse.
Facts.
You know that like when you get married, it gets worse. Like
Why does it get
people
worse?
think that because a lot of this is I'm gonna say this from a man's perspective. Like a lot of women see the man and they see who he is and what he can bring. Especially, he's a married man. He takes care of his own.
I
mean, yeah,
So they see that like, if I can take him from you, I would. Especially if they see you, the woman, not treating the man well. Like,
That's true.
that's like an opportunity. You don't deserve a woman like that.
Oh.
Man. They're gonna be quick right now. They're gonna be quick right now with you. They're gonna tell you you don't deserve a man right now. And then like, this is from a true story that I know of. Like the woman was like treating the man bad. I mean, like, I don't want to put business out there, but it wasn't the best of circumstances. And this happens to like both ways, like where the man is treating the woman bad, and the man had options. I see, like a lot of people that
he could mess with.
He knows, not like he could mess with people who know where it's being sympathetic, like, oh man, I'm so sorry, you know, like you really don't deserve this, you like this, and blah blah blah, blah blah blah. It got to a point where the man is a keyboardist, and the singer that sings with, a gospel singer, was the one that is like basically consoling, and then they pray together, blah 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 blah. It just took one day. One day they went on an event. At a location, blah blah blah. And they had the thing where before they minister they pray, after they minister they pray, which is like, I'm like, oh, that's good.
Well, sir, they won't.
I saw them all.
Well, sir, they won't.
But this is the situation where this one, the event was in a hotel. So hotel conference. and so when they were done, they just went to the girls' room, because that's where they got the food and all this stuff. Like it wasn't them setting it up; it was circumstance setting it up.
Let's go see how fast.
And the man was like,
He's
like, I don't know how I ended up in there. Like I've always said to myself, I hate this and blah blah blah, but I don't know how I ended up in there. Like, in his head, he's like, oh, never, never. But before he realized that, like,
He was there.
it had already happened, and that instant, the woman also got pregnant.
Oh.
what happened?
Hi.
Basically, they slept together that night. I mean, that day.
Wait,
Like,
what's
it's like
that?
the moment it happened, and then he's like, when I came to myself, I stopped everything and like packed my left.
Or that's sad, but like, one of the sad parts is that his game is weak, man.
Bro, like, let's be real. That it doesn't matter whether
That
you game, bro. I don't even preach that, because preaching that kind of makes it sound like, because that's what a lot of guys think, that they can get out like, oh, my game is strong, and so like, let me go do this. So long as my game is strong, I'm not getting caught. And that should not even be a conversation.
I think he just got clarity when he was down there.
Yeah, post-nut syndrome.
What did I do? What did I do? I feel like he was probably like in the moment, like he was just full of his hormones.
Of course.
Of
course. Like, my point is that.
Post-nut syndrome shows you the truth, but you already knew the truth, but your hormones were already like
Probably
That's the thing with everything that you feel like, oh, this may be the best option, and then you go fall into it, and then you're like, damn, I messed up.
And he was married.
He was married, and he's like, I loved my wife, even though she was treating me bad and horrible.
But I still loved it. What the wife did?
I put it like, so for example, the wife was like, basically quite disrespectful, so utterly disrespectful.
No, I'm saying after she found out.
She found out what became a big situation. Like, I don't want you no more, blah blah blah. And the woman too was not wanted, like, did not want to be the reason why they divorce and all those stuff.
So she didn't want to stay.
She also doesn't want the man.
Oh,
it's like the reminder of my falling. Like, this is a singer, a gospel singer. So mind you, like, I'm trying to be pure and holy and everything, but I don't want to be reminded that, like, this is how we got together. So I can't be with you now.
Damn.
Yeah. So now the man has lost all both.
I mean, at least he lost a bad one, but he also lost a good one. You know, we will throw flowers for a
Don't even call it a good one, because like you never know. The thing, that's the situation. You always know. Let me tell you. You always think that like they say, you always think that it's good there, and then you get there and you realize that where you were was better.
Because I'm gonna say
where you are being abused and being maltreated is better.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. It could be. Bro, it could be.
There's worse than the worst.
There's worse than the worst. Thank you.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
That doesn't make the latter the better. It doesn't make the latter the better.
No, listen. It doesn't make it better.
Even with his wife, they were probably at the same before they got married. They were at a good place where he was enjoying it, where it was good.
That's the thing. So the same way,
so it could be
that this would be good, and then it could even get worse. It can get worse, and you'll be like, wow, that this was supposed to be my piece, and then like it's really this one that's breaking me into pieces. So things happen. My point
Relationships are tough. Marriage is tough.
These things are tough.
Have good customer service, man.
Advice for people in marriage or relationship.
I would say women talk out of emotions, man. I'm not gonna. I know it's not like a sexist comment though, but it's true. Like when they get angry, especially when they get mad at you, There are certain things that will be said that they definitely do not mean. And I've seen it happen multiple times. And I'm not saying, like I said, it's not a sexist comment. It's more of an observed comment. Like I've seen it in different people, like where they feel so angry that they want to hate you. They feel so angry they're gonna say some words and all these other things. Then they don't mean it. And then later on they're gonna try and backtrack all those that they said. Me, I learned really quickly. Not even from the parents, but customer service definitely. Yeah, it's absolutely true. I do credit some of my good track so far to customer service. So I had to learn very early as a kid that I should not take anything that anyone says personal. I should try. I mean, some days it doesn't work. I try to compartmentalize everything because if I don't, I will not be able to like really move on my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in a position where my significant other has definitely said something that like really messed up.
What if you're talking to someone and the person tells you stop acting like you're a little bit?
I didn't expect that.
What exactly are you doing that's making that person think you're
What would you do?
Wait, what exactly are you doing?
I mean, see, you're taking it personal. I just want to know like how you react.
Like I said,
let's say you were doing something or like.
That's funny. No,
you're complaining about
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be hurt. No, because that's not something that I'll ever do to you. That's me. I'll never ever like. Right. I'm big on the words that you use because I think words are so powerful. Like if you're angry, you need to figure out the kind of like you have to be like. Think about your words before you blurt them out. Because
I know exactly. Like you're like. I act this way towards you. I mean, that was the one thing I also thought too until I realized that it's not always that way. Like, the way that you act towards your woman is never not going to be the same way she's going to act to you. Like, if I do something to you, like, yo, I'm sorry, man. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry. My lady back then. I'm sorry. That's it. Why are you still mad? Why are you still mad? Like, I always say I'm sorry. And then you know what goes, oh, I'm sorry for making you apologize. I'm so sorry. And that's me apologizing, bro. Yo, it's so messed up. But that was back then. Now she's back. I'm gonna say that I'm trying to point out like what you think you're doing for that person. No, it's definitely not gonna be the way they do it to you. You're hoping that they do it. You're hoping that they will.
But they will never.
They will. I mean, it gets to a certain point. They do, but it takes years.
Wait. But then it's like. But that doesn't mean it's not gonna hurt you though.
Oh yeah.
I feel like as a human being, if you have certain principles, right, and it's like you will never do certain things, and that thing is done to you.
It hurts, brother. It hurts.
I'm not saying that means it's gonna change all of a sudden, right? But it's not gonna change the fact that you're hurt from that. So I'm just saying in that situation. The reason why I asked that question. Because you said you're not going to take stuff that they say personal, especially they talk about.
I didn't finish that comment because what I was about to add to it is that you are a human being. You have emotions too. Like no matter how much as a dude, you're always supposed to have a code of honor, and that's one of the things that I put at the top, at the very top place. Don't try and take anything that anyone does to you personally. Try not to. I said try because sometimes you're a human being. Some words will hit some spots you never even imagined that you would. You try and cope with it, you try and get better, and you also try to say you don't let them compartmentalize. You make sure this box doesn't touch this box. I try and do that. I remember a very good example is that I had a situation with my lady. She said something that pissed me off a lot, and I had an exam coming up. I have to study for that exam. I can't be in my feelings about what she did to me. If I try and do that, I mess up on the mission, which is passing this exam.
Man, I want to be like that.
So I had to compartmentalize myself. Was it hard? It was, but I still succeeded in that. I was able to get to a level where I forgot about everything about regardless situation. Remove my feelings out of it and then focus on the mission. After it was done, then I addressed the issue. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that it took years to get to that level. It took years for me to like compartmentalization as a man is your strongest tool in your arsenal. It's like you have to learn how to choose.
Let me put it aside.
Let me put it aside and go like.
Where I'm saying that's different is that if I feel like if it's like you dealing with the same person but on a different circumstance, then that's the same. But if you say I'm going to work and because of those things, because Because me, I mean, when you said the first one, I agreed. I was like, yo, I want to be like that because, like, personally, when let's say my lady does something, right, and then it hurts me, I don't know, it really hurts me to the point where like I want to talk about it. I want to like have a conversation. Like I want to let you know that.
I'm like that too.
Yeah, and quite frankly, me, it's not even. I'm not mad. Like I just want to talk about it. Be like, hey,
that's I know. Like talking about.
But the thing is that I know for sure that she doesn't want to talk to me about it.
Right.
Like, yeah. So that's why I'm saying that I want to be like that, so I can put it aside and say, okay, let's move on. And then when the time comes for me to talk about it and address it,
Yeah.
Like I've tried that to do it that way, but I don't know personally. I want to like, and she does not like that. So I'm like, man, I wanna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I feel that because I'm like that too. I'm just like, because once I talk about it, I'm gonna feel so much better.
Yeah, that's the thing, yo. It's just like,
listen
listen to me, and let's talk about it. That's it.
Just me being able to voice that I wasn't even happy with what happened.
Yeah, it's like it takes it all gone.
Like it makes me. I didn't even have to apologize after that.
I even apologize at the end. I promise you, man.
It's like, I'm sorry about this.
I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry that you have to listen to me.
But you have to listen to it.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I just want to voice this out because with me personally, it's just I cannot function to my full.
That's my thing. To my full capacity.
Exactly. If there's something on my mind, something bothering me,
I think you have to work on it.
I have to talk to you about it. Just let you know, like we don't have to solve the problem to
just let you know that like, I'm hurt. I don't like it.
Basically, be the same feelings I am in too.
No. I just be aware of the situation.
It's just like letting a little fuse out. So that you can feel like okay, I can breathe now.
So, you know, you did that thing. Just remember, you did it.
So I don't know. That's why I kind of understand where you're coming from.
I'm saying that.
And it's also good to be able to compartmentalize and be like, okay, it's time to focus on this. So they can do this because you're not always going to have the opportunity to talk about it.
Absolutely not.
Like let's say, like you're about to walk out of the house and then she calls you the B word and then you're leaving. You're not gonna say that. Let me come back home. You're not gonna say like, let me come back home and come and talk about it before I go to work, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to still go to work and do what you need to do to the best of your ability and come back home and talk about it. So
I think people let down their guards that easy. Maybe that's what I mean. Like I think y'all just love, like you just put all out there so that when it comes out, like when they say those things, it really does think. Maybe I'm not doing that. Because I always, like I said.
What do you mean?
I think that people love with all their heart, so it hurts when a loved one really says something about you and it really stings, Maybe I had, as a kid, like I said, I had to learn a lot of things as a kid. Like I had to learn how to, really have fun when people don't really want me to have fun. Like really learn how to love myself when people don't want
So you're saying that
kind
if
of
someone
thing.
calls you, or if someone says something hurtful to you,
I've had people say a lot of hurtful things to me, and I don't bro. Even I can give you good examples from work, for example.
Funny thing.
Yeah.
With everything that you're saying, if anybody insults me, I don't care.
But if your loved one does it, yeah.
No, like if my lady does it, bro, it hits me. I'm telling you, it's not even like I do it on purpose. My thing is that I don't know how. For some reason, maybe that's why you're saying that you love too much. That's why I think I get that. But like if you say it, I'm like, boys can be like, oh, you dumb. Everything. I'm like, because me says it, because for me, I'm like, if you and I are going together, we need to find peace in each other. We need to be each other's peace. Because I can't go be peaceful with someone else. That's emotionally cheating.
That's emotional cheating.
Yeah, so I can't go do that. So you need to be my peace. But if that peace is here, affecting my beat, then I'm like, ouch. One person that if anybody gives up on me, I want to fall on you. I know, I'm not saying you God, but because I know God gives you me. God gave you to me. So I want to fall on you. I want to every day. But if that's what is happening,
it's not okay for a man to be alone.
Because I need you. I need not. I want you. I need you. And so that's why maybe when anything happens, it hits me more, and I want to just hey, you the peace. You're not being peace. So I just want you to know
from the way you are talking, it's making it sound like I'm like, am I?
I don't think it's any wrong. If that's what
I think it's if eventually talk about it, right? You just don't talk about it right away.
I mean, sometimes I don't talk about it. I move on.
I don't know how you do it, but if you went to
I don't know how you do that.
I don't know how you do it. I wish. There are some people too that don't like that awkward confrontation and all those stuff. So they might as well just move on. But what about you? Do you have any advice for people in marriage, relationship, trying to get to know each other, dating?
I mean, I'll talk more on the getting to know each other part. When it comes to marriage and stuff, I'm not experienced. So, but when it comes to like finding a partner and stuff, like I said, like don't rush to find a partner. Take your time, and as a man, find someone who complements you, your life goal, your purpose in life. And
as a man, have a purpose, and then find someone.
Exactly. Find your purpose, and then find someone who complements that purpose. Find someone that you know that the person is going to support you, and you know that you can count on them, and ride along with them, and take your time to get to know them, and know that they can support you and they can be there for you. And if the person, if you see that the person cannot help you or cannot support your dreams, don't cut corners and be like, yeah, it might work out. Don't do that.
Just let them know.
I'm sorry, like I made that mistake and like I learned.
Yeah.
From it. So like,
just let them know and move on.
Yeah, just let them know and move on. And that's one thing I've learned to do now. Like it's hard to do that. Look, some people think it's easy. Like some people will be like, yeah, this man has no heart and stuff. But like, like you don't get it. It's difficult to be like, okay, like it's
definitely
difficult.
Yeah.
Like I need to move on. Like, so you have to do that. So that's my advice.
What about the woman? For women,
I
mean, we are not women though, but if you have the guys,
if you can give an advice for a woman,
I'll say women. Like women can definitely. Oh, I was gonna give a woman advice to help her. Okay. One thing I'll say though is that for a guy, right? I mean, I tell bad jokes with her a lot of times, and I'm very sure that she laughs at. She fakes laughs at a lot of my jokes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's true. They get even worse around the Christmas and Valentine's time. Like she laughs louder, you know. I'm saying the idea of
chicken who?
The reason why I brought it up, because I remember why I brought up customer service thing is like you make it seem as if you care, right, about something. So like when I say that, we may think it's me, but it's true. You grew up in a very different walk of life.
Yeah.
Your woman grew up in a very, like there's something she cares about. I'm very sure you don't really care. You don't sleep on like thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
It's that way. There's gonna be a certain point. There's gonna be certain things that you watch that she doesn't care about. However, she's gonna give you the time. She's gonna, because she loves you.
I watch Love Is Blind.
Right. 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 Like there's certain things that
I think that shit was so
bro. Don't even get me started on that dumb ass show. But I'm saying that like. If you go the extra mile of caring, of sitting down to enjoy that person's company.
I did enjoy it though,
right? Because you know that person likes it, so you're gonna give the time. So I think that women definitely need to, if you don't want a guy to show interest in you, like take some time in you just spending company with them and then trying to enjoy, even if you don't care about it. Just try and enjoy it. Whatever joke he tells that is bad, just fake laughs out.
I'm telling you,
it feels good. It's a good feeling.
Man like women that likes the thing they like.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like if a woman is showing interest in something that you enjoy,
like
that's like for
that's a big plus.
I'm telling you, especially when you don't say it, and then like just imagine there's a, like, let me say you like sports, right? And there's a Chelsea game, you know, and then let's say like you were low key chilling, and then she comes like changes the tears, like, oh, Chelsea's game. Yo. At that point in my head, I'm like, damn, man, like, hey, I could marry you again, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
Sometimes that's been happening around my workplace, but it's okay. But go ahead. She said ahead.
Right. That is so massive. Like sometimes, like some girls will be just like talking about sports and stuff to me. I'm just like damn. I'm not gonna lie.
Something that really increased my affection for my lady was when she started talking about anime with me. I watch anime. She wasn't even allowed. She's like,
oh my gosh, so we told last week.
Let's go, baby. I wanted to talk about it.
My manga.
Even though I know some private doesn't even care about it, which she probably did before, it's just that the idea that she put in the effort and to just like something. It's an act of action. Also, So I'm saying like seduced too. You probably don't care about that issue that she's talking about. However, like if you show affection that you care about it, it's not like you're lying about it. Like you want to make sure that she feels that someone cares, which is basically what everyone wants. You want someone who shows that they care about you. So you give me that affection. It definitely makes that person feel good and keeps you around.
Yeah, that'll be my advice for women.
Yeah,
just take interest in what they like, and try to learn different things. Like if you don't know, like if you know their favorite soccer team, then go look it up and look up a few players.
Just look at a few players and say, oh, that's that guy.
Even get it wrong, I'm telling you.
Like, he's gonna laugh at you, but he's gonna teach you.
It's not correction. And the next time, it's just these things are beautiful. And another thing that I want to say is that if you're in a relationship, dating, communication.
Oh yeah,
figure out how to start working on your communication now. Like now. I'm not talking about, oh babe, you look so.
You definitely do not have to learn how to talk to somebody.
I'm talking about learn how to communicate.
There are a lot
of things that, listen, one of the things that I don't get with people in relationships these days is like, learn what the person likes and what they don't like. Don't do what they don't like. Do what they like. I don't have to come tell you twice that I don't like this. If you know I don't like it, don't do it. It's simple. Like, learn it. Listen,
some people, it takes time.
I'm not saying it's going to be
interesting. Alright. So
what if we got time for interesting things?
It's gonna be short. But what if you like something, but she doesn't like that thing? So in that case.
Yeah, that's why communication is based.
Like that is how would you handle.
That's why you need to establish communication. Let's talk about it now. Like a lot of people in relationship have pushed other things to like, oh, maybe when we get married, like this communication stuff. If address it now, because it either gets worse and even worse in marriage, or if God, it gets better. So why don't you learn how to go about it now before it even gets worse? Because then it's gonna be like, but I have been doing it, you never said anything.
Yeah.
And then now you are trying to, it kind of just seems like, it just seems like you switched and you differently.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't switch. It's just like you never mentioned. Yeah, you never mentioned.
I get
so,
the other fear is that like, if I say this is something that I'm not comfortable with, you're not gonna be with me anymore. So I'm willing.
Then let them go. My thing is this.
Yeah. Even some people in the face of losing that person, their fear comes in. It's not something you should do, but I think that if you allow a human being to be your source of happiness, you screwed that moment right there. Your happiness should come from a human being.
If you're afraid of that, then trust me, you never should even marry that man or that woman, because in the marriage it gets worse. Yeah, what if they don't change? Yeah, it gets worse. Yeah, so it's like you have given them that power. So be able to address it now, whether good or bad, whatever it is. In fact, if you need somebody else to come in and help us talk about this, do these things and be better at it. That's my advice. And if you need marriage to just understand each other.
Good customer service. That's
to understand your husband.
Good customer service. Put this all into a little bowl, like communication, listening, all of that. It's right there.
And the last thing is love. And I'm not talking about anything. I want you to go read John chapter 1. First John. The book of First John. Chapter 1 to chapter 5. That's it. Understand what love is.
Go read it. Don't tell them.
Yeah,
go read it.
Yeah. Go read it for yourself.
Love's deep, man.
It's been a very interesting and nice topic.
I enjoyed this.
I enjoyed this topic a lot. This conversation is very therapeutic. I think I said a lot on my heart.
I actually found myself saying it too, man. It was weird. I didn't talk. Because like compartmentalization was something I never really spoke. Damn, I got kind of parted out. But I mean, like, I don't even care. But the person I didn't want to know, she already knows. I put everybody in the box.
He's like, yeah, boy.
You don't touch.
This is your key, though. Let me throw it at you.
No one touches nobody.
Yeah, so, yeah. Hey, thank you all very much. Continue to hit the bell, subscribe. Just share with a friend, share with a coworker, play it in your house, in your room, play it to your neighbor, whatever, listen to it. Yeah, sure, everything. Thank you very much.
And thank you once again for supporting us. Really appreciate it, and I will hope that you're enjoying it. And if there's any like ideas that you have to make it better, hey, don't feel shy about it. You're always welcome. you're always welcome
Open
on
to
the
suggestion.
African Wise Fools podcast. We are.
Yeah.